Good morning, amazing literacy teachers. As promised, here's a video explaining the most important pieces. And just so you know that every direction that you need for this entire presentation can be found in these speaker notes. And this is very important because we want to make sure that kids get the same process no matter what the class they are in. Kids will engage in a warm-up where they record a video telling us what their dream job is and why it is important for them to achieve it. This will be done on Flipgrid. Follow the directions in the speaker notes so that kids know that the best school-appropriate answers will receive house points and be featured school-wide. Kids will then follow the same process as we always do, such as a quick write with directions in the speaker notes, word study, focusing on vocabulary, and then reflecting on their learning goals and success criteria. By the end, students will be able to analyze data to learn their NWEA RIT score and STAAR growth goals. They will put their STAAR growth goals in the trackers in Google Classroom, and they will explain more about themselves by filling out all parts of the student learner profile in Google Classroom. Today, they are not putting data in the data tracker, just their name, ID, and growth goal, while you explain how those data trackers work. This slide is very important, slide 9, because we need to make sure that kids can access the spreadsheet that they need in order to identify their RIT score and growth goal. Before you share the spreadsheet with them, make sure that only the ID number, RIT score, and growth goal are visible so that we do not violate FERPA and share private information. You are going to post a view-only copy of this spreadsheet in Google Classroom for students to access, and then show students how to locate their ID and navigate the spreadsheet before prompting them to write down their RIT score and STAAR growth goal. And please, to help them make connections, read all portions of the bullets on this slide so that they know what their RIT score is, and that while their growth goal is the base, if they beat it, they'll be prepared for the next grade and make their growth goal a reality. Then, before going into work time, having them engage in another quick write so that they can make connections for how reaching their STAAR growth goal can help them get the dream job identified in the warm-up. Besides slide 9, slide 12 is the other most important slide. Please make sure before you post the WHES Student Data Tracker and Learner Profile sheet that I shared with you yesterday in this email, that you have updated the TEKs that correspond to your grade level so that students have the correct copy. Make sure to use that folder that I shared with you yesterday that has all of the TEKs. I will also put that in the email. Then navigate students through the trackers. This is where speaker notes are very important. While they only need to put in their name, ID number, and goal, please explain the DOL tracker that they will fill out every Monday and calculate the difference between their growth goal and DOL scores so they can see how far they are from their growth goal on a weekly basis. And when the SE tracker, reading the speaker notes so that kids know they will also do this on Monday and see how they do on every standard, and seeing that in comparison to their growth goal will help them to reach it. The speaker notes will explain that more in detail, and then have them fill out all portions of the student learner profile. If you click on the student learner profile in the slide, it'll take you to an example of a one filled out by a previous student. This will be a great guide, and if you follow the directions in the speaker notes, it'll make sure that they have time to reflect on that before having 30 minutes of work time to reflect on the different trackers that they will fill out, and then also the student learner profile. Then simply closing out with a think, pair, share in the traditional setting, or in the virtual setting, something that is more appropriate. So please make sure to read all of the speaker notes that contain all of the directions. And then specifically for 9 and 12, slides 9 and 12, this is the most important because this is the bulk of the time, and we want to make sure not to violate students' privacies. So if you have any questions or need any further clarification beyond the email and this video with embedded check for understandings through Edpuzzle, please know that I will be in my Zoom room tomorrow during your PLC planning time, or you can stop by my office and ask any questions. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day.